So I was talking to my very real and definitely not fake friends Hilo and Jimjohn. You can check them out here. Talking it up, shooting the shit, you know, the usual. I remember Jimjohn talking about how much he hated Rent-A-Girlfriend, so I decided to watch it with them. I instantly got fired from my job at Amazon after the computer chip in my brain registered Rent-A-Girlfriend going into my corneas, so I had nothing left to lose. So apparently the show gets a lot of shit, and deservedly so, if only for this one manga panel, which I gotta be honest, is fucking hilarious. Like, I couldn't make something funnier if I tried. And the writer Schizo posts for real showing one of the main girls, Chizuru, as his real life girlfriend, which like would be weird enough on its own, but this motherfucker has a wife and kid. Motherfucker is Mr. Kimura for real. Now before anyone takes this as me saying I think anime is weird, I don't. There may definitely be a lot of issues facing the medium, but for what it's worth, at least this show's characters are in college. Like, that's a point I can't give to a lot of shows out there. At least to say, I don't feel like a pedophile watching this shit. Which is good, because I'm not. I play League of Legends, which is arguably worse. Now to anyone out there who's interested in watching this show, don't. It's not worth it. This show sucks so bad it's unreal. Like, it's infuriatingly bad. There are so many times in this show where it should either end the show or progress the plot, but then Reggie just pulls a fast one on you like, you dumb crack, but you thought I was gonna end this show? Fuck you, it's my only revenue stream. The first half of the show was kinda funny, not gonna lie, but the second half, I was kinda dazed. I'm like Luffy trying to find the One Piece, except the One Piece is why the fuck I should care. Now I'll be moving on under the assumption that you've seen Rent-A-Girlfriend, but it's not required. I'll do my best to explain everything for people not in the know. Also, spoilers if you're a degenerate who likes this shit, but there isn't honestly anything to spoil. So without further ado, let's get on! So I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of the plot real quick. Heartbroken over his recent breakup, Kazuya Kinoshita decides to rent a girlfriend, which is a real thing in Japan apparently. It's not like prostitution, you just pay a girl to go on a date with you, and maybe you hold hands or something. It's something you do if you've been playing League of Legends for long enough, like all the esports players need it. Anyway, so he rents this girl named Chizuru Mizuhara. Afterwards, he feels like a degenerate, causes a scene on their next date.
The fuck up, you nasty bitch. I don't know how the fuck you jump on my son, you little nasty ass nigga. Shut your little bitch ass up, you dirty bitch. Who the fuck is this long head ass, jawbreaker looking ass nigga named Miss Mary? Shut your little bitch ass up, you ugly.
During which he gets a call that his grand took a mad L on the court, and is in the hospital. She follows him to the hospital and introduces her to the fam as his girlfriend. Chizuru plays along because her grandmother also goes to the same hospital, and she's friends with Kazuya's grandmother. What a coincidence! So in order to keep them both from finding out about Chizuru being a rental girlfriend, they both decide to keep this charade up in order to keep the secret from their grandmothers. He still has to pay this... I forgot I wrote that. He still has to pay this gold-digging whore, even though it's technically beneficial for both of them to keep the act going. So that's the plot. Now to cover the rest of this monkey shit show.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that everyone in this show has like a brain tumor or something, except for Kibe. Shouts to my boy. Everyone in the show acts with lizard brain, most notably our main character, Kazuya, who is the worst protagonist in all of anime. People like to talk about how Eren has become the villain of Attack on Titan, but this motherfucker has been the villain from the start. He's constantly digging himself into a deeper hole and sabotaging not only himself, but Chizuru too. But I would be remiss if I didn't also mention how stupid Chizuru is too. Bitch mode Chizuru is my least favorite of all the girls. She makes so many stupid decisions in this show, it only leads you to believe that her main goal is to suck Kazuya dry of all his goddamn money.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
There are lots of moments where Chizuru acts in complete contrast to her character, most notably in the second episode, in which Kazuya comes clean about his situation, and then Chizuru walks in with a fucking stew and pretends like nothing happened. And it's not like that was a spontaneous stew or anything, nah, that stew was premeditated. There are several stew-related incidents in this show, as well as moments when Chizuru's brain fries and goes into girlfriend mode. She's constantly telling Kazuya they need to end it, but she actively contradicts this with her indecisive actions. Because she's a woman. Next I want to talk about Mommy, because... her character actually stays pretty consistent, unlike Kazuya and Chizuru. She's basically just preying on Kazuya's downfall for no reason. Well, actually there is a reason.
They showed off the reason why the blonde-haired one is such a bitch. She had an abortion.
Wow.
Dead ass.
Wait, what?
Are you for real?
Dead ass.
Is that why? Is
Dead
that why
ass.
she's a bitch?
Dead
You are
ass.
not fucking with me right now,
Dead
dude.
ass.
You are
What?
lying. You are lying.
Corbin's
Look it
gonna
up.
be
Look
like,
it up. Rent a girlfriend. Abortion. Abortion.
Corbin's
shows
gonna.
up.
I prefer to not look up mommy abortion.
Corbin's gonna, like...
Then there's the questionably aged Ruka. Now, I'm not gonna give Ruka an easy time just because a lot of y'all are trying to catch a meeting with Chris Hansen. She sucks, bro. She basically just begs Kazuya to date her because her heart beats slow, and he's the first person to make her heart beat faster. This guy? This guy? Her whole backstory is stupid as shit. Basically, Kazuya's the first person to make her heart beat above 90, so she automatically wants him. And my man Kazuya dumb as shit, all the time. All this time, Chizuru's been trying to help him find a permanent girlfriend, then he gets exactly what he wants to fall right in his lap faster than a Borzoi spins, and is immediate like, well, I don't want to lose my job or anything. Like, bro, you got exactly what you wanted. Go home, bro. The game's done, even though she's only 17. Which probably should have been his main reason not to date her, but it's never even a fucking factor. I swear, if Chizuru had never been an issue, he would have been like, minors! Now, Kibe, now this is a character.
So why didn't you ask Chizuru to come?
I gotta be real, man. The guy on the right reminds me of you, Corbin. No reason in particular.
Hey, thank you, man.
Is it really you?
Hey, hi guys.
Perfect feet. But wait.
Nah. Sorry that I said he was like you, Corbin. He sort of acts as the voice of reason / stand-in for the audience. He's pretty much the "that's what I'm saying" character for the viewer. He's constantly spitting facts, and he beats the shit out of Kazuya.
Fortnite is Free Fire, Fortnite Call of Duty, Call of Duty, PUBG.
Another thing that bothers me is how Kazuya never gets punished for his actions. So in episode 8, he literally follows Chizuru around all day! For the whole episode, he follows her around for selfish reasons, which then turn into apparently righteous reasons after he overhears the guy spontaneously bring up stew, and at the end, he gets caught, stumbles down the stairs like a goddamn fool, only to find out that the guy she's been with all day is not, in fact, a human trafficker, but her colleague, because Chizuru is a struggling actress.
I don't give a fuck.
But instead of facing any real consequences for his actions, he basically just gets a slap on the wrist. He followed her around all day, caused a scene in public, embarrassed her in front of her colleague, and made Chizuru lose the Krabby Stew secret formula, and she just goes, "You know that's stalking, right?" And then gives him a fucking present! He stalks women and gets rewarded. But when I stalk...
What'd he say? What'd he say?
This show is overrun with cringe. There are multiple points to touch on with this part, so I'm just going to start out with probably the biggest reason why I can't watch this show during the day. I don't really have another way to describe it, because the only purpose they have is to show two of the characters in sex positions just to communicate that's what Kazuya is thinking. Now I thought the kids in Big Mouth were bad, but this shit is just out of hand. He has these sex thoughts like they're Vietnam flashbacks. Like he'll be pissing and all of a sudden...
No way.
And they all happen in this pink void where the goblin inside his head creates these images. If he's thinking about a girl in any way, there's a good chance one of these dream sequences will accompany it. Now these are infuriating, sure, but they don't last that long and aren't nearly as bad as... The jerk-off scenes are fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, I ain't even caps. Fuck off!
My man immediately has to get busy.
Oh my god, that is...
Is it playing like fucking F-Zero music?
What the fuck was he like?
You just did the fucking thing with the wings again?
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it, bro.
He is, oh my god. He's everything about this scene, including the music that's playing.
The fucking stock photos of
the
fishes.
real big, yeah, the realistic
This shit's ridiculous.
Anyways, these jerk-off scenes are a real problem. Like, I get that he's in college, but Jesus Christ! He's really getting after it.
He's he's going for it.
Are you,
No nipple. I mean, this is the kind of motherfucker to beat it to her house on Google Maps. Bro is down astronomical.
Of all the awful scenes in this show, one definitely stands above the rest in the sheer lack of internal logic and overall tomfoolery. And no, I'm not talking about the cliche ending, which literally made Christian snap, by the way. My man was on his Joker shit for a week, but more on that later. No, I'm talking about the scene that takes place right smack dab in the middle of episode 2. You can already tell a show's a special kind of fucked up when the worst scene takes place not even halfway through the season. So in this scene, Mizuhara has made it clear that she won't help Kazuya lie about being a couple, and that he's going to have to break the news to his grandma who's coming over. He makes some desperate attempts to stall and force Mizuhara over, but in the end he knows he needs to tell the truth. He tells his grandma, who is harsh but overall takes it pretty well. All seems to be going well. Kazuya can stop living in this fantasy world of being with Mizuhara and look forward for a girlfriend who actually loves him. Maybe this is the happy ending, and oh fuck, what is she doing here? So instead of Kazuya changing his life for the better, Mizuhara shows up with a premeditated stew, obviously opposed to a spontaneous stew as we know, and is like, oh, we didn't break up, we're still dating, keep giving me your money, you little bitch. The thing that makes this scene so retarded is that Mizuhara is the one who is making a big deal about coming clean, and for some reason decides to come over after he told his grandma the truth. Why would she do this? Why does she feel bad for him? Not bad enough to take his money, not bad enough to do what's right. In reality, she went over because the manga's gonna go on forever and it prints money for the author. And that's what really gets me down with the sickness. What? The anime treats this like a good thing. This is far from a good thing. Kazuya has other single female friends. He could get another girlfriend and not have to sell an arm and a leg for fake dates. This dude straight up gets a part-time job to pay for dates with Mizuhara. If you think that's a good thing, then I'd like to see your Twitch subscriptions, and maybe we'll have a good talk about financial decisions then. So anyways, that's the worst scene in Rent-a-Girlfriend. I'd like to thank Christian for letting me talk about this 200 plus chapters adaptation of The Room in Japan, and apologize for making you watch it. I'm Jimjohn from Hilo and Jimjohn, and if you like my voice, sub to...
Jimjohn? Oh my god, he's fucking dead! Nothing happens in the show. Even when things should happen, they just don't. I don't know how to explain it. It's an insane magic trick where Reggie Houdinis his way through a show-changing moment, somehow making it completely worthless. A few come to mind, like the whole ferry ride incident, where even though they both almost die afterwards, they barely ever bring it up. There's the part at the beach where Kazuya and Mami kiss, which still doesn't go anywhere after the episode ends. There's the whole stalking episode that I already talked to you about. I mean, I could go on, but there's really no point. You could take out like 70% of the whole season and you wouldn't miss out on much. Maybe some context clues here and there, but they ultimately don't lead to anything anyways. The season ends exactly how it started. Speaking of which... For my money, the ending is the worst part of the show, and that's saying a lot. So Mami has found out that Chizuru's a rental girlfriend. She doesn't do anything with this info except just tell Chizuru that she knows. Chizuru advocates for Kazuya and tries to get Mami to get back with him. She tries to leave twice after going, pranked ya, but Chizuru keeps her there just to tell her that she still has a place in Kazuya's heart. Now Kazuya happens to be listening behind a wall because of course he followed them.
She is not happy.
No!
Oh, good job, guy.
So stupid! Fuck him! I hate him so much!
Or maybe...
It would have been so funny if he's wearing his stupid ass pajamas, striped pants.
He's wearing his striped pants, and that's how she knows.
They meet back at home, where he admits he saw everything. Now there's something you need to know about me. I'm not a man of God. Not after what I've seen out there. I've seen stews in my day, I've seen stews in my ear. But none of those stews has ever prepared me for such a complete pipe bomb in the mouth, anvil falling on my head, Peter Griffin and breeding bull of a scene.
I'll understand if you can't work up the courage for that right away. So I'll still be there for you as your rental girlfriend.
You.
Excuse me?
Oh my god.
It's you! You're the one I want!
He said it.
Huh?
Good on him.
Okay, that's a pretty good one.
And then after a quick 2-minute credit scene.
I mean, who wouldn't want to date that dude? He's a
Don't be
total
a
I'm the
stalker.
one you want?
Just like, don't be a pussy. Shoot your shot, bro. It's like, might as fucking well.
What do you mean, bitch? Shut up! Don't make him repeat it.
Well, that's my rental girlfriend, of course. That's all I meant.
Oh
You're
my
really gonna
god.
rent, and so it's gonna be so sad when you quit the job and move on. That's all I was
Quit being so misleading about things.
You're right, my bad.
Fuck this show! Fuck it so much! I hate this show! No!
fucking
No
bull-ass
fucking way! No way! There's
I'm so happy I made you waste fucking this many hours of your life, bro.
There's no way! There's no way! There's
That's like
no way!
It's like if there was a movie about a dude who wanted to climb a mountain, and the entire movie's like, and it's an hour of him trying to climb this mountain, and then he gets to a summit, and it plays the fucking credits just for the after scenes, like the after credits thing to be, oh, he just made it to base camp. Fuck this.
Now I gotta point out, writing this script has been exhausting. This show has bent me over and given me a proper whole resizing, the likes of which I haven't seen since the last time I quit League. And honestly, this bastard has cemented himself to me as on par with Hitler at this point. Thinking about this show for hours at a time probably led to irreversible brain damage that frankly, I don't think I'll ever recover from. So, I think it's about time we wrap this up.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
In conclusion, Rent-A-Girlfriend is probably the greatest show I've ever seen in my entire life. It's got it all! A schizophrenic protagonist, hot chick heaven, and
Rape!
Miyajima Reiji succeeded in creating the perfect cautionary tale of what happens if you download League of Legends. Think about it, a 20-year-old Kummer with insane relationship issues and anime character syndrome, that is, when someone who gets no bitches randomly gets 4 love interests despite having the social awareness of a deer in headlights. I personally think that the only way this show can be redeemable is if it is a cautionary tale about being chronically online and being a Stranger Things fan. I mean, how much more self-aware can you get when you're writing stuff like this into your show?
Reality sucks. Neighborhood dogs poop on your lawn, and the rent keeps going up. The manga you love goes out with a whimper. It never ends.
Hey, that's kind of like
Biden
this one.
becomes president. Am I right, fellas?
Usually I don't like it when shows end by it being revealed that it was all a dream, but that would probably be an improvement for this show. Because that way the show would actually have an ending, instead of being the One Piece for people who stack no paper and get no bitches. But I don't think Reggie has a conclusion in mind for this show, because this show is only meant to be a soulless cash cow to fund his real passion, making a device that can bring Chizuru into the real world, so he can finally be with his one true love. Thanks for watching to the end. I know this video is a beast. I want to thank Hilo and Jimjohn for their help getting through such a horrendous show, as well as Jimjohn's work on his section of the video, which he did a fantastic job on. Okay, I must go now. My people need me. Alright, video's over now. Fuck off.